Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't done it yet, you might as well subscribe to my channel and click on the bell button on the side so you get notified each time I put a new video. Do give this video a thumbs up and drop a comment down below so that I get to know what you like the best. So this is episode 4 and today's topic is bullying. Bullying technically means the behavior of a person who hurts or frightens someone smaller or less powerful than them, often forcing that person to do something that they do not want to do. Bullying is something that kids, teenagers, and even adults face, guys. And sadly, this is a story of how I was a bully or how I became one. All of us have either been bullied or has been a bully. And sadly, I've been through both. So it all began in first grade when I used to go to school in a private van. I was 6 years old and one of the new kids in this van. A girl who is older than me used to always sit next to me. Our houses were close by and the last in the route, so technically we spent a lot of time together. But soon she started showing me her true colors and started bullying me. She used to poke me with a pencil and was obsessed with teaching me in the van. I mean, if I gave any of the wrong answers, she'd just start poking me with a sharp pencil till it left a mark. It was so painful. But what was more difficult was during recess, she would come with her group of friends and surround me. She would find me and surround me, and I used to always try to run away, but she would just keep giving orders, and my knees still have the various bruise marks that I had trying to run away from her. This went for many months until one day I just came back home crying. I just ran to my dad and asked him to make this better. And to my surprise, my dad said something that kind of changed my life. He said that I have to go and fight my own battles and that I have to stand up for myself no matter what. I kept thinking about this for days until one fine day, again in the bus, she asked me to take my textbook. I don't know what got into me, but at that moment I just knew this was it, and I just screamed no. I screamed that no with so much of anger and started screaming that she cried. Seeing her cry, seeing my bully cry, just somehow made me feel really powerful. And no, I am not proud of this, but this very moment built a bully in me. So growing up, on the whole, I was actually a nice person, but what made it worse was just my anger. I had extreme anger issues. I just wanted to lead, control, and have things in order. Of course, these are not bully characteristics, but my intentions were wrong. I just wanted to feel powerful and boss people around. I never physically hurt anyone. I never bossed around the people who were nice to me. I just did that with those who were feeling very vulnerable. The ones who were scared of everything. Creating fear in them through my anger could actually help me boss around. Like this one time in class when a new girl was there and she was really annoying me. What I did was I just looked at her, gave this fierce stare and took a paper and literally tore it like this in front of her to just show who the real boss was. Yeah. The turning point came in 5th grade when it was mid of November, roughly when it was Children's Day. Now that was the one day we were allowed to wear color dress. We were allowed to have a class party and we could bring food and music and everyone would dance around, but you see that was the other class. Nobody brought the speakers in my class and we were all just sitting bored. That's around the same time when the principal came for her walk and she asked how Children's Day was going. And since I had this immense need to be the boss, I just replied saying, "Ma'am, this is the worst Children's Day ever. Teacher never asked us to bring anything." And hearing this, the principal left. Next thing I see is my class teacher coming to class and crying. All the other teachers were there consoling her and I suddenly became a target. Principal had screamed at her for what I said. The rest of the day was pretty lousy, but before going home, the teacher came to me and she asked me to go back home and ask my mom if what I did was right or wrong. I went back home and I couldn't stop crying. You see, I really liked this teacher and I was filled with guilt. At that moment, my ego, my need to be angry, my need to be rude, everything just shattered. This incident did not occur because of bullying, but it made me realize that the actions that I was taking because of that had an impact, especially to the people I loved. Looking back, I don't really think my intentions were ever to hurt anyone. I think I was just trying to protect myself and I kept myself in a bubble. I just didn't want to look weak. this also made me realize that the root cause of every bully to be that way is because of one incident in the past. I mean, think about it. My incident was the first great incident, and I guess I was so traumatized by what she did that I used being powerful as a coping mechanism. And if we probably look back into this girl's life, then probably I guess there must be some incident that made her cry. It ended when I called her out, and similarly, it ended for me when my teacher called me out. So do you see the cycle? Do you see this pattern of how a bully is made? You know, we live in a scary world where our teachers, our bosses, our siblings, or even our friends or seniors in school, colleges become a bully. We even live in a world where people on the virtual internet are a part of bullying, and they are literally everywhere. A bully does all of this just to hide his insecurities and to just feel powerful. And all of this creates so much of negativity, hate, and sadness and depression, and it is so not okay to be a bully. But how do we tackle this? How do we put an end to it? You just have to raise your voice. I mean, just call them out. I did it. My teacher did it. You can complain to your HR, your parents, or principal, anyone. And if you can't do it alone, just take somebody's help. Your fear and insecurity is what becomes their motivation. Just make some noise. I mean, even the ones indulging in cyberbullying gets called out. They share those comments and publicly humiliate the bully. All you need to do is just stand up for yourself. And I do regret all the small actions I did when I was a bully, and I genuinely apologize to everyone for that. You know, you can create magic by raising your voice. You can change the world by raising your voice. I can't even begin to express how important talking and expressing and saying no actually means in today's world. It can actually rule out bullying. In my life, I've been bullied and I've also become a bully. And all I can say is that the day you lose your fear and insecurities would be the day that you actually free yourself from being bullied and also from being a bully. Be kind to one another, guys, and spread love. On that note, I guess I'll see you next week. Till then, it's your storyteller.